Hello everyone! Welcome to my Bold and the Beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers uncover that Sheila Sharp has a propensity for embedding herself in circumstances where she isn't wanted. Sheila is the sort of character who can spring up and create problems abruptly, so she could join the Taylor Hayes show soon. Right now, Lee Finnegan is the one in particular who understands what Taylor is really confronting. Albeit Lee is staying quiet about Taylor's cardiovascular breakdown and dreary viewpoint, this mystery is bound to spill. Eventually, it's not difficult to envision Lee and Taylor having one more contention about what's ideal. Lee would rather not push too hard, yet she's truly trusting that Taylor will alter her perspective on confessing all and tolerating her family's help. Be that as it may, Taylor can't stand the possibility of troubling her friends and family with such weighty information, essentially not until she's nearer to the end. There'll come when Taylor will have no real option except to admit, however, she needs to save things typical to the extent that this would be possible. Perhaps Lee could take Taylor out somewhere else at Il Giardino and attempt to talk her into a full admission at any rate. Lee could try and demand this is setting her in an abnormal situation since she's concealing something that influences John Finnegan's significant other profoundly. Taylor and Lee could expect Sheila has the free day, yet she could really wind up snooping around the bend. All things considered, Sheila has done it previously, like when she heard the report about Expectation Logan's affections for Finn. Presently, B&B could up the ante and allow Sheila to snoop on a significantly greater mystery. Imagine a scenario in which Sheila finds Taylor's heart condition and discovers that she will lose her life as a result of it. Sheila could conclude that Lee is being a terrible mother for concealing something so huge from Finn. Maybe Sheila could run directly to Finn's office and let him know what Lee will not. Half-like to demonstrate she's the better mother as far as she could tell. Obviously, it's additionally conceivable Sheila will conclude she can gain favor with Steffy Forrester by coming clean with her. Perhaps Sheila could attempt to demonstrate she thinks often about Steffy by confessing all, regardless of whether she's generally attempting to intrigue Finn. Sheila could contend that Steffy has the right to understand what's happening as Taylor's caring little girl. Regardless, our expectations hint that Sheila could ruin things in the long run, so stay with us for refreshers on how she could respond to Taylor's stunner. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Sheila may be adequately whimsical to figure she can make up for that nurturing shortfall for Steffy whenever Taylor's gone. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers uncover that we have a comings and goings news to pass along, so we should begin by paging Dr. Effortlessness Buckingham. When Edge Forrester figures out Taylor Hayes has been determined to have a lethal heart condition, he'll be trying to claim ignorance and will maintain that she should hear a second point of view. Despite the fact that Taylor will show some obstruction at first, Edge will persuade her to go on an outing to the emergency clinic and see Dr. Buckingham. This cardiologist's rebound will start off on October 2, yet you can likewise get her on October 3 and October 4. B&B spoilers say Dr. Buckingham will run a test and attempt to make quick work of Taylor's side effects. Obviously, Taylor will fill Dr. Buckingham in on her past specialist visit that she had while she was abroad. Taylor is persuaded that she's experiencing cardiovascular breakdown and that she probably doesn't have a lot of time left. In any case, it appears Dr. Buckingham might have an alternate point of view on the thing Taylor's really confronting. Taylor will manage some incredulity once Dr. Buckingham offers refreshes, however perhaps things aren't generally so desperate as Taylor recently suspected. It'll be fascinating to see what Dr. Buckingham thinks once she looks at Taylor's experimental outcomes. Meanwhile, we ought to likewise discuss a few interesting countenances who'll show up on October 2. Search for Heidi Elegance Ingerman to show up as a person named Lainey, while Shannon Mullen plays Willow and Jade Coatsworth depicts Kingsley. There's no word yet on why precisely Lainey, Willow, and Jade will spring up. However, perhaps they'll meet with for likely temporary jobs or positions at Forrester Manifestations. We know Will Spencer will conclude he needs to work at Forrester Manifestations, so he might show up close by a few different competitors before he eventually pushes Steffy Forrester to enlist him. On the other hand, maybe Jade, Willow, and Lainey will as of now have Forrester gigs, whether it be as understudies or models. There may be a circumstance where Will plays with them three and gets some help in joining the group. Notwithstanding, our forecasts highlight Steffy collapsing and allowing Will an opportunity to show what he can do at Forrester Manifestations. However, Bill Spencer would much prefer see his child join Spencer Distributions, all things considered. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Will and Bill might have a few confrontations preparing once his Forrester work formally starts, so remain tuned. B&B spoilers say Dr. Buckingham will run some tests and work to get to the bottom of Taylor's symptoms. Of course, Taylor will fill Dr. Buckingham in on her previous doctor visit that she had while she was overseas. Taylor is convinced that she's suffering from heart failure and that she likely doesn't have much time left. However, it seems Dr. Buckingham may have a different perspective on what Taylor's actually facing. Taylor will deal with some skepticism once Dr. Buckingham offers updates, but maybe things aren't as dire as Taylor previously thought. It'll be interesting to see what Dr. Buckingham thinks once she checks out Taylor's test results. In the meantime, we should also talk about some intriguing faces who'll appear on October 2. Look for Heidi Grace Engerman to make an appearance as a character named Lainey, while Shannon McMullen plays Willow and Jade Coatsworth portrays Kingsley. There's no word yet on why exactly Lainey, Willow, and Jade will pop up, but maybe they'll be interviewing for potential internships or positions at Forrester Creations. We know Will Spencer is going to decide he wants to work at Forrester Creations, so he may appear alongside some other candidates before he ultimately pushes Steffy Forrester to hire him. Then again, perhaps Jade, Willow, and Lainey will already have Forrester gigs, whether it be as interns or models. There might be a situation where Will flirts with the three of them and gets some support on joining the team. Regardless, our predictions point to Steffy caving in and giving Will a chance to prove himself at Forrester Creations, but Bill Spencer would much rather see his son join Spencer Publications instead. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Will and Bill may have some showdowns brewing once his Forrester job officially begins, so stay tuned. There's no word yet on why precisely Lainey, Willow, and Jade will spring up. However, perhaps they'll meet with for likely temporary jobs or positions at Forrester Manifestations. We know Will Spencer will conclude he needs to work at Forrester Manifestations, so he might show up close by a few different competitors before he eventually pushes Steffy Forrester to enlist him. On the other hand, maybe Jade, Willow, and Lainey will as of now have Forrester gigs, whether it be as understudies or models. There may be a circumstance where Will plays with them three and gets some help in joining the group. Notwithstanding, our forecasts highlight Steffy collapsing and allowing Will an opportunity to show what he can do at Forrester Manifestations. However, Bill Spencer would much prefer see his child join Spencer Distributions, all things considered. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Will and Bill might have a few confrontations preparing once his Forrester work formally starts, so remain tuned. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.